WWE refuses to let Sami Zayn beat Roman Reigns because of Saudi Arabia shows. Cody Rhodes invites AEW star at WrestleMania 39. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins' real-life hatred for each other. WWE misses a huge opportunity ahead of Elimination Chamber. Cody Rhodes' special tribute at WrestleMania 39 bashed. Cody Rhodes reveals the difference between him and John Cena. Let's jump right into our first story. Cody Rhodes invites AEW star at WrestleMania 39. While Cody Rhodes is getting ready for the biggest match of his life at WrestleMania 39, the American Nightmare has teased a WWE appearance from his wife Brandi Rhodes. Brandi worked for WWE as a ring announcer prior to her release in 2016 and went on to create a character of her own as a ring valet for her husband whilst working on promotions like Ring of Honor and NJPW. Since Cody made his comeback to WWE last year after leaving his executive role in AEW, many have been wondering if Brandi will be on Raw or SmackDown sometime soon. Speaking on the Cheap Heat podcast, Cody was asked by show host Peter Rosenberg if Brandi would make an appearance at WrestleMania 39 as a potential equalizer to fend off Roman Reigns' special counsel Paul Heyman. If I'm Roman Reigns, I'm not necessarily scared of Brandi Rhodes. If I'm Mr. Heyman, I would be scared of what could happen. She's really enjoying watching this. My whole family, not that they've come out of the woodwork, they've always been big supporters. But for Mania, because I've never been in this situation before, I've gotten everything really organized in advance. After winning the Men's Royal Rumble match last month, Cody will now face either Sami Zayn or Roman Reigns in the main event at WrestleMania for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Whilst the American Nightmare has emerged as one of the biggest threats to the Tribal Chief's title reign, individuals like Vince Russo firmly believe that Cody is far off the level of stardom that Roman is currently on. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Writing with Russo, the former WWE head writer was asked if Cody Rhodes was on the same level as the head of the table. No way. You're talking about how many years do you have behind Roman Reigns now? 2, like you said, a guy that's been back for 2 weeks. It's not even close, bro. It's not even close. At WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes will look to do what no other superstar has been able to do in the past 896 days, and that is to defeat Roman Reigns for his undisputed WWE Universal title. Do you think Cody Rhodes will be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns? Give us your thoughts in the comments section below. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins' real-life hatred for each other. Cody Rhodes recently revealed his feelings upon returning to the WWE locker room, revealing that he and a top Raw star genuinely dislike each other. After spending several years in the Stamford-based company, the American Nightmare left in 2016. Nearly 3 years later, Rhodes became executive vice president of AEW. During his tenure in Tony Khan's promotion, the 37-year-old took several shots at WWE and Triple H. However, Rhodes returned to WWE last April at WrestleMania 38. In a recent interview with My Mom's Basement, Rhodes revealed how it felt when he returned to the locker room of the Stanford-based company. I felt almost like, no one made me feel this way. I felt almost like an outsider, and to a degree, a bit like an enemy. Because we had put on such a battle on Wednesday nights and I had done things and said things. And they weren't things you can walk back. They are things you live with and there's reasons for them and you stand by them. But as much as I might have felt that way, I was met with familiar faces like a Kofi Kingston, he said. The American Nightmare pointed out that Seth Rollins also treated him as an asset despite them genuinely disliking each other. And then I was met with the ultimate individual, Seth Rollins, who's carrying Raw and just so good, and for him to not look at me as the enemy but for him to look at me as an asset. And Seth and I genuinely, if you ask him the same thing, if he was sitting in this chair he'd tell you, he doesn't like me, I don't like Seth. We're not gonna get along ever. However, the utmost respect for him. And for him to look at me as an asset made me not worry about what anyone else was thinking, Rhodes added. After spending nearly 6 years away from WWE, Cody Rhodes returned to the company last year. Ahead of his comeback, the American Nightmare had a meeting with current executive chairman Vince McMahon. In a recent interview with Hot 97, Rhodes disclosed what he demanded from McMahon ahead of his return. I stood my ground. I said, I don't want to change a thing about myself, including my song. I want to have my elevator. I want all this. And he said something, he goes, well, that's what we're buying. It's not broke. And I thought, that feels good. Because I hadn't figured it out when I was here the first time. Everything was broke. And that was a nice feeling, Rhodes said. WWE misses a huge opportunity ahead of Elimination Chamber. Did WWE miss a big opportunity on Monday Night Raw to make the Women's Elimination Chamber match even better? According to former WWE official Jimmy Corderas, the promotion did miss a chance to make it better. On this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, Becky Lynch and Bayley were presented with an opportunity to be placed in a triple threat match against Bianca Belair. The stipulation was made that if either Lynch or Bayley won, they would be added to the Women's Chamber match this Saturday night. Belair ended up winning the match and shut down the chance for WWE to do something different this weekend. On the latest episode of Ref and Rant, Jimmy Corderas spoke on what he believes was a missed opportunity on Monday Night Raw. He feels it could have made this Saturday's premium live event even more interesting. Monday was the go-home show for Elimination Chamber, and they made me look forward to certain matches, but there was one match that they could have put a little twist on and didn't. The women's match that main evented the show. If Becky or Bayley won the match, they would enter as the 7th participant in the Elimination Chamber match, and the match would start as a 3-way. But with Bianca winning, neither one of them will enter the match. I get the idea that you don't want your champion pinned, but you could have had one of those other participants enter that match and have 7 people in it to differentiate it from all other Elimination Chamber. I just think it was a missed opportunity to do something different without having to pin Bianca for one to get into the match. Sami Zayn heads into the biggest match in his WWE career this Saturday night at Elimination Chamber as he battles Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. While most don't expect Zayn to upset the head of the table, many fans are holding out hope that the former honorary youth scores one of the biggest upsets in WWE history this Saturday night. Will the road to WrestleMania take a sharp turn this Saturday night? We'll find out soon enough. What do you make of Jimmy Corderas' comments? Do you think they should have added a 7th participant to the Women's Chamber match? Let us know your thoughts by sounding off in the comments section below. Cody Rhodes' special tribute at WrestleMania 39 bashed. Fans have been reacting in droves to Cody Rhodes revealing that he was planning a tribute to his days on the indie circuit at WrestleMania 39. The American Nightmare returned from injury after an 8-month hiatus during the 2023 Men's Royal Rumble match. Coming in at number 30, he won the contest after last eliminating Gunther. 2 days later, on Raw, Cody Rhodes challenged Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal title at the grandest stage of them all. Since then, Cody has spoken extensively about the upcoming match on various platforms. In one such recent interview, he mentioned that he was planning to pay tribute to his days on the indie circuit at WrestleMania 39. The American Nightmare elaborated that he had the idea of having a weight belt, which would include the logo of every indie wrestling promotion he has competed for. This drew mixed reactions from fans, with some praising Cody while others wondered if the WWE executives would ever allow something like this to happen. A few fans also expressed their utter displeasure with the idea, writing that Roman Reigns should defeat Cody Rhodes for even thinking something like that. Before Cody Rhodes faces Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39, the latter would have to go through Sami Zayn at WWE Elimination Chamber 2023. This means there's a chance of Cody facing Zayn at the grandest stage of them all, given the former Bloodline member dethrones the Tribal Chief this Saturday. When asked about who he prefers to face, the American Nightmare said he was up to colliding with either of them. He also pointed out how the former honorary youth could be his first opponent if he happens to face and defeat Reigns at Mania. People have been wanting these viable contenders to dethrone the greatest champion of our era, and it never seemed like there was one. Now you have 2 options, and the way I look at it is give them everything. And the way you give them everything is Sami's wrestling at the Elimination Chamber in his hometown against Roman. And then right now me and Roman are, if Roman moves on from that, we're wrestling at WrestleMania at the biggest WrestleMania of all time, said Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes reveals the difference between him and John Cena. Cody Rhodes recently pointed out the difference between him and John Cena as locker room leaders in WWE. Cena spent nearly 15 years as a regular competitor in the Stanford-based company before transitioning into a part-timer. The franchise was the face of WWE and the locker room leader for several years. Currently, Rhodes is seen as one of the locker room leaders after returning to the company last year following his 6-year absence. In an interview with My Mom's Basement, Cody praised Cena, dubbing him the ultimate role model. John's the ultimate role model as far as how he conducted himself, whether it was with the media, with the fans, the good fans, the more unruly fans, everything. I mean, he's the ultimate role model. And before he became a bus guy, I got to drive him around a little bit and he was just talking, but I was in my mind writing everything down that he was saying. He was really invaluable as a person to be around. So blown away by how he's doing and what he's doing, he said. However, the American Nightmare pointed out that he and Cena have different methods as locker room leaders. While the leader of the Cenation would wait in the gorilla and give wrestlers advice, Rhodes believes in leading by example. I think if you try to copy what he did, you're not. Everyone's got to do it their own way. And I think my style of, if I ever was to be somebody that was a locker room leader, would just be to lead by example. I know because of my time in management and being executive as beneficial as that was to me and as educational as it was to me, sometimes it's easier to lead by example. Really versus telling them this is going to work or being so adamant that they need to do this and need to do this because everybody is different. There is no true formula for success in sports entertainment and in pro wrestling, it's really you just know it when you hear it. And I think for me, I'd probably do it my way if I ever am in that spot and I kind of am. Wow, yeah, but I like to do it my way, he added. After several months of absence due to injury, Cody Rhodes recently returned to in-ring competition and won the 2023 Men's Royal Rumble match. The American Nightmare will now face the undisputed WWE Universal Champion in the main event of WrestleMania 39. However, Rhodes' opponent for the show of shows is still unknown. While Roman Reigns is currently the world champion, he will defend his title against Sami Zayn next Saturday at the Elimination Chamber. The winner of that match will then square off against the American Nightmare at WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes opened up on who he would rather face at WWE WrestleMania between Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. WWE refuses to let Sami Zayn beat Roman Reigns because of Saudi Arabia shows. WWE superstar Sami Zayn is less than 3 days away from the biggest match of his career. However, there have been speculations about potential things that could affect the bout's result. This Saturday, Zayn will challenge Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at Elimination Chamber. His storyline with the Tribal Chief and the Bloodline was hailed as one of the best feuds shown on television in recent years. Almost everyone is rooting for Sami Zayn in pursuit of dethroning Roman Reigns and breaking up the Bloodline. WWE is seemingly planning a premium live event to take place in Saudi Arabia in May. Sami Zayn hasn't performed at previous shows in Saudi Arabia owing to his Syrian descent, as both countries have strained relationships since the civil war in 2012. Other superstars like Kevin Owens and John Cena have also allegedly refused to work at shows in Saudi Arabia over the difference in their political ideologies. Fans were worried that a potential premium live event in Saudi Arabia could prevent Sami Zayn from winning the World Championship since he won't be able to compete at the show. One fan raised this question on Twitter, and Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer denied those rumors. Meltzer insisted that WWE's plans for the storyline involving Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, and the Bloodline have already been decided. Thus, Zayn not performing at Saudi Arabia shows has not influenced the plans for his title match with Roman Reigns. Whatever decision has been made, this has nothing to do with it. Promise, wrote Meltzer. Fans are excited to see Sami Zayn walk out to a thunderous pop when he takes on Roman Reigns in his hometown. Before that, we might see the two superstars cross paths on SmackDown this week. Roman Reigns has instructed the Usos to watch this week's SmackDown from home to get a TV perspective. The Tribal Chief seemingly made the call after Jimmy Uso didn't see that Sami Zayn had acknowledged Jey Uso during their secret meeting last week. It was speculated that this was done to write the Usos off television, as Jimmy's past DUIs could prevent the duo from entering Canada. However, Meltzer reported that the undisputed tag team champions are in the clear and can make an appearance during Roman Reigns vs. Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take